I work with some organizations where we have like sales organizations in many different countries.
Yes.
And I often struggle with understanding the, like, not the local language, but the local culture. And I sometimes seem to mess up the communication because they simply come from what I sometimes feel another planet.
Yeah.
So in your book, you have a reference to different types of behavior in different countries. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Of course. So an important part of leadership context is the people composition. And in the people composition, we need to understand that in a department or in a team, we've got certain personalities, and we can have a high diversity there. We can have a clustered diversity, so mainly 2 different anchors on the personalities, or we can have a rather uniform kind of anchor on the personality. So a lot with the same disposition, dominance or conscientiousness or something like that. In the same manner, we've got value orientations that are often inherited as we grow up in a certain national culture. But we can't just say Danes are like that or the Chinese are like this. But they've got a starting point coming out of their national culture. So we need to understand the value orientations. And the value orientations, we've got a lot of cross-cultural frameworks playing into that. In the book, I outline 4 of those components because they turned out in the research to be the really heavy hitters. One is about authority orientation, meaning how do you believe that decisions should be made through participation from everyone or through the positions that are given the authority to make decisions. There's a difference in our time orientation. There's a difference in our orientation towards rules or relations, what matter the most. So in that manner, we've got different components playing into this. What are really crucial drivers for the leader who wants to be contextually effective is 1, recognize those different value orientations. 2, set clear priorities about how do we want to work here and involve people in interpreting what's expected behavior, what are our behavioral commitments. So we create the common shared way of working, not just being victim to the national culture that people carry into the context. So it is possible to shape our context. Of course, we've got different anchors that are the starting points, but it's on me as a leader to define this is the way we want to operate here and then involve people to commit and lean into that to create a shared way of working in our context.